In the early hours of March 8, 2014, a Boeing 777 carrying 239 people took off from Kuala Lumpur, bound for Beijing. It never arrived, and to this day, no one can fully explain why. Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 left at 12:41 in the morning. The flight was routine. Nothing about the takeoff suggested anything unusual was coming. At 1:19 a.m., the last voice transmission from the cockpit was heard. Someone, believed to be the co-pilot, said simply, "All right, good night." It was the last anyone would ever hear from the plane. 1 minute later, at 1:20 a.m., the plane's transponder shut down. That's the system that broadcasts a plane's identity and position to civilian radar. Without it, the aircraft effectively vanished from commercial tracking. But military radar kept watching. It showed something disturbing. The plane didn't continue toward Beijing. It turned. It flew back across the Malay Peninsula, then out over the Strait of Malacca, hundreds of miles off its planned course. At 2:14 a.m., military radar lost track of it for good, somewhere over the Andaman Sea. For hours, nobody on the ground knew where the plane actually was. Here's where it gets stranger. Even though the transponder was off, a separate system kept sending automatic hourly pings to a satellite. The final ping came at 8:11 a.m., more than 7 hours after takeoff. That single ping was enough for investigators to calculate a huge arc of possible locations, stretching from Central Asia all the way to the southern Indian Ocean. It didn't pinpoint the plane. It just proved it was still flying, alone, for hours after everyone assumed it was already gone. What followed became the most expensive aircraft search in history. Ships and planes from dozens of countries scoured hundreds of thousands of square miles of open ocean. Search teams used deep-sea sonar to scan the ocean floor, an area larger than some entire countries, looking for any sign of wreckage. 18 months later, a single piece of wing washed up on a French island called La Réunion, thousands of miles from the search zone. It was confirmed to be part of MH370, the first physical proof of what happened. More fragments turned up over the following years, scattered across the western Indian Ocean. But the main wreckage, the black boxes, the answers, have never been found. To this day, the exact reason the plane turned, and what happened in that cockpit, remains one of the most debated unsolved mysteries in modern aviation. Follow for more stories where the facts run out long before the questions do.